In this video, we're going to take a look at design states, which is a new feature that's been introduced with Storyboard 6.0. And design states is a really cool feature because it's a more convenient way to work in an application that's more complex. A lot of the time, UIs have dynamic behavior. They may use a lot of animations, and the UI may have more just various intermediate states that are part of an application. The challenge is, how do you work with content that isn't always necessarily present in the UI in development? For example, I've got the navigation layer here. Now, we don't see it in the initial state when we start up the application, so if I wanted to work with these elements, I might need to move them into place and then start adding variables or actions, whatever types of behavior. But when that process is done, then I would be looking to take those controls, put them back to where they were, and continue with development. The nice thing about design states is you don't have to do all of the setting up and tearing down for, say, working with navigation, showing and hiding different layers. I can create this dedicated view where I go into navigation. If I go to that layer, I can grab those controls, put them in place, and then I can just start working with these elements without impacting that initial startup view of the application. Here I've got just a dedicated space for working on this area of the app, which is really great. Now, as we've already seen, there are some animations that run in this UI. So here I've got show compass, and what's really cool is I can convert this to a design state, and I'll show you what this looks like here. If we call this new design state, I'll just call it compass, and when I hit OK, the view that I'm given is actually what the UI is going to look like after you run that animation. So now I've got this another design state that's been added, and I can start adding the variables and functionality to this particular mode without impacting the UI. So it's a really nice way to kind of work with your different views, if they're warning dialogues or different modes that come and go, or if you're working with off-screen content that might then show up on screen. It's a nice way to get at this elements within the UI. So you can try out design states for yourself. Visit cranksoftware.com and grab the free storyboard trial so you can start building cool stuff. Thanks for watching.